this is right. This piece right here itself isn't on right. That's why it's like that. So if you turn this way.
You know, it's not for you to be.
Listen, how you guys doing? This is Melvin Foreman, aka That Nerdy Black Guy, here with our final season finale episode for our Thanksgiving finale.
Oh my God,
And
so good.
we've got a great episode for you guys today. Today we're gonna do our top 5 animes and what we could have done, to, like if we could have changed them, what we did. And
Animes that like specifically are like animes we like but would have changed certain things about.
yeah,
Could we
Yeah.
pick ones we don't like?
like kind of put it like
I
this:
guess
if
I
you could have wrote your favorite anime, like
Mm.
if you were the writer, what would you have changed differently about your favorite anime
So
to make
key
it either
moments,
better
key
or
moments.
if
More
yeah?
lines.
So
Hey, look at that.
Hey, Glegs. I almost called you, but I didn't want to be disappointed.
Door's still open, bro.
I don't know.
I need a chair.
Dads like to say no, so like.
He needs a chair. We need to get
Like,
him
are
a
you
chair.
coming? Are you coming to my soccer
But-
game?
So basically, it's like, you know, if you were the writer of your favorite anime, like I'll go first. So my favorite anime is clearly Naruto. But if I was writing it, I don't think I would have made it as long, and I would have made the episodes. I would have wouldn't have made the whole series as long, but I would have made the episodes longer.
No, keep talking. Keep talking.
And does that make sense?
Yeah.
So instead of having like a whole like there's Naruto, then there's Shippuden. You know what I mean? I would have.
Oh no.
I would have made it shorter, but the episodes longer, so you could do more
Nope.
per episode. Instead
I
of,
don't think
like,
any way you could have done Naruto, it would have worked. Any
you don't
other
think
way.
Anyway.
Oh,
No.
I'm here for this, because I got them to change a lot.
No, it could have been without filler. I would say that.
Filler's
Some-
filler.
No, because
I mean-
fillers.
filler.
No, because some
Yeah,
of the fillers
filler's
you
filler.
needed, though.
It's literally there to fill.
Yeah, it's there just to fill it. It serves no
For
purpose.
what?
Great
Yeah.
Ninja
Manga,
War. All those people pop up like, what's good?
manga and anime don't move at the same pace.
That's so
It's there to
disrespectful.
catch up. You gotta get the artist.
They gotta catch up. Studios gotta catch up. They know that their book is gonna come out at a certain yeah. That's how I feel about Full Metal. Yeah, very disrespectful. All the way disrespectful to their
I mean,
audience.
they're good fillers, but
You
some
always
of them
say that.
like-
I can't.
Filler.
I can't.
It doesn't matter what filler is, whether it's good or not. It's filler. You're gonna get if you're gonna get filler, you're gonna get one you like,
Don't mean that bad.
and you're not gonna get anything else you want. You know what I mean? There's a difference, but when it comes to filler, there's a difference between episode where Chocho wants to become an actor and
But that's
kiss the hotshot or whatever, and then there's whole arcs that are filler that are tied to the Uchiha story or Kakashi's story, where we get backstory on Kakashi, Itachi, things that all of the community are begging for.
Now when you put it like that.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how.
Zabuza,
Yeah,
those are all
Haku,
technically
Zabuza.
filler. None of that stuff is super.
Haku and Zabuza was filler.
I wouldn't
I
say
mean,
that.
You telling me the mission that they went on was filler? You telling me the production was like, yeah, let's do a three-peat. Let's have Naruto turn into a demon one more shuriken for filler. What are you talking about right now? For filler.
That's definitely not filler.
That was them bonding. That's not a filler episode you want to. That's not an episode you want to miss because you miss all of the development.
That's a lot of.
That's literally everything they built up for.
I think some fillers Naruto probably.
But
need,
remember how quickly they
having
got
them
to
there
that though.
Probably helped.
I mean, don't get
helped
me
it.
wrong. Those are all good episodes, but
How is it filler though?
No,
How? How?
I
It's a very key mission. It's like one of the first missions that matter.
kind of see what Josh is saying though.
He's not saying anything.
What about? Okay,
That's the point. He's not saying anything.
So can I ask you this?
I know Josh. He'd already said something by now if he actually had something to say. He's not
Can I
saying
ask you this,
anything.
Josh, can I ask you this? So the episodes where they're when they're on the boat, right? And he's like would you call those filler episodes, or is that more?
What?
Like, when
Which
he's on
time when they were on the boat? Were
When
they
he does
were
the
they on the
song
boat and they
with
went
the
to that one?
song?
They went to that one place where that chick had like pink crystals. I've never watched that because I looked at it and saw it was like, what? You have colored
The
crystals?
one
What?
where
Aren't
she
we supposed
does
to be
the
learning
song,
Russian
they gotta
Shuriken
match
right
the
now?
song, and it's like the first time he like is in sync with like Kurama. It's like the
That's-
the song that plays. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, Corey.
No,
Come on,
you're
Corey.
talking about when Guy Sensei and Naruto got on the boat to go to the mysterious
Yeah,
island.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not filler. That's straight right there. That's straight story. That's something you need to pay attention to because that's when Naruto goes in to actually start training and working with the Nine Tails.
Right.
So that's not filler right there. That's something that's the main story.
But
To get
it
back to
doesn't
Zabuza,
matter what it is. It's filler.
My
It
whole
feels
point
good
about
or
the-
bad.
My whole point about Zabuza Haku filler.
The very
You
first episode.
never hear about them again.
No, no, no.
For the
That's-
rest of the series
No,
until they
no,
come
no.
back
It
as
should be.
zombies.
No, no,
It
no.
should be.
No.
That's a
No,
lie.
that's
No,
not
they
true.
get dropped.
With-
That's not true because
Sure.
Zabuza's
They don't
sword is
come back.
used by
The
like
executioner
Lord
sword is
No,
used by like
in-
multiple people the
in
entire
what?
show.
Right.
In what?
In
In
what?
show?
Naruto.
Naruto what?
Shippuden.
No, not even that.
It's not Shippuden where they come back. Where
Yeah, because he
Where-
Lord B.
We're not
Sasuke's
talking
running
about-
around- With Sasuke's
Right?
running around with
We're not talking about we're not talking about Shippuden. Even Shippuden, yes.
that was Shippuden. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it's spoken about way before then. The Executioner Blade, they talk about the seven what's it called? The seven great swordsmen.
Yeah, so
When
that's-
when Kisame shows up with Itachi,
Right.
They-
How much do they talk about Zabuza though? I get that.
After
You have
that-
a good, that is a
No,
good
they have a lot of
point,
flashbacks
because there are
towards-
7 legendary. But
They have a lot of
Zabuza,
flashbacks towards
Haku,
Zabuza.
that arc,
But they never have any.
where's it go?
do you miss them?
Nowhere. No.
But look,
Yeah,
they-
a little bit.
Do you miss
You're
them?
gonna sit there and tell me you honestly wouldn't be like, yeah, Haku's
No,
sad.
like-
Haku's a grown up and he's out here savage, just like taking his mask off.
Well,
and
you
winking at
you
shit.
have Boarhead. Don't worry.
It's a whole different show.
Yeah, there's a whole other show that still touches on the same. Yo,
Okay, well, look, if-
Point being that
they
that's
never
all I'm
talk
saying.
about it again,
That
but
is- where
but-
does that go? No.
that goes throughout the entire story. That goes throughout the entire story. Without Zabuza, yes, they were very important because when they showed up, Zabuza and Haku, they show
When they
what
get
Miss
back-
Ninja. That's the
when
first
they
time you see
get
Miss
back-
Ninja
What is different in the relationship?
of Naruto and Sasuke.
doesn't-
Yeah.
Is it
They-
Sasuke who takes the needles, or is it Naruto?
It's
Whoever takes the
Sasuke
needles-
takes the
Sasuke,
needles.
Naruto
That's
does
a
it first.
very key point.
Yeah, it's a very
That's
key point. He's like, I can't have you dying because you're gonna lose to
He
me,
does it- he's
loser.
Done that like 4 times
No,
already.
no,
Not
But that's the
so-
first
of that
time.
severity,
But that's the first
he
time.
jumps in and saves Naruto.
And then
Their
Naruto
whole
flips around and does it
relationship
again.
because he doesn't want Naruto to bring him down since the moment they got on the same team.
Yeah, you're a knucklehead. You're a loser. You gotta get up. But then again, Naruto did the same thing for Sasuke in the Force to Death. In the Force to Death, I love it because Sasuke's like, I could do something, but he's been touching everybody that's come against him. Even
With
like,
this one, 'cause since you guys are One Piece fans, when Luffy gets the X on his chest the first time, is that filler or is that canon?
That's canon
That's canon.
because he has it.
The
For the
second
rest of the show.
time, does he? Does he?
I'm pretty sure.
They don't come back from the time warp and he doesn't have it, and then something else happens and then he gets it again,
Which
and it's a
filler-
different scar.
I gotta see,
See,
it. I
It's
gotta
one
see
time,
the filler.
at one time it's a
At that
slash
point,
scar, and
which
then the
one
next
you
time
talking
it's like a
about?
boop, blah, Goku Kamehameha through my chest kind of looking.
I kind of see what Josh is saying in that,
Yeah.
in that aspect.
Where does the arc go? Nowhere. That's
Yeah.
the end of the arc. After that, that little to be continued, that was it.
Yeah.
I gotta
It was
see
a to be continued, and then you never. hear
well,
about them
those
again.
characters successfully died. Haku and Zabuza. That sword lived on. Suigetsu, Kisame, even Sasuke stole it from. No. That was Kisame's sword. That was his like chakra stealing sword. That was his sword. He stole. Kisame got his sword stolen by B, and B stole Suigetsu's sword in the middle of the battle.
And
And then it goes on from there. It's a legendary weapon passed down from this legendary swordsman.
Katsuki with the gills, I forget his name.
The gills,
Kisame.
Kisame. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kisame.
And then he runs back to it.
You can say this like.
But the sword lives on.
Look, I mean, if you're gonna
The
talk
sword
about-
lives on, and they died.
But that's not what I'm not talking about. The sword.
You're talking about is it a filler episode?
Yeah, I'm saying in the sense of like
If you're
an arc
introduced-
going
some
nowhere,
fillers-
that's a
some
filler.
fillers in
But if you're
Naruto
introduced to the
are
sword, it automatically
unnecessary.
goes.
They
Yeah,
come
that's
back in.
what I was
They come
saying.
back in the
Some fillers
reanimation.
in Naruto
They come
are
back in the
unnecessary.
whole
Like, secret
show,
in the next-
the show
in the next-
reunion. No,
in the next-
the-
in
like
the
when they
next
go back in
series,
time,
or the next
like
installation of
that's
the series.
like that whole
Yeah, they're
thing is,
dead,
like,
bro.
not necessary.
it's not like Mitsuki who runs away and just goes to jail. It's not like Karin who
It's
goes
not
to
like they
jail.
Go back to the freaking town where they built the bridge. Like, there's nothing that brings them
So-
back.
No,
he comes
except for
back.
the
He
story.
goes back, yeah.
So can we just
Naruto.
So
Yeah,
can we
he's
just
going back to that village
so
before,
do
but
you
not for the
think
sword.
every filler episode, because we just said like some of the fillers in Naruto like probably really weren't that necessary.
What I said
They
is
just
filler is
added it
filler.
better.
It does not matter what it
Because
is.
you can get away with it.
You can polish a turd as much as you want to, but if you're
I'm
putting
weak.
if you're putting a turd in your show to obstruct their their watching or their viewing pleasure, then it's filler. It doesn't matter if I like the fact that Itachi's sitting here making an awesome omelet. I don't care. It's a filler. Well, that was from a special episode,
we
but
know,
still,
yeah.
but
Filler,
that's
I get-
filler.
yeah, filler's
But,
So
like, you
filler
brought-
is filler.
You brought up the fact that Chocho wanted to be a singer.
I skipped that episode and it was still going on in the next episode.
Filler's filler.
Filler is filler. It's
Filler-
trash whether you want to see it or not.
But what's the overall purpose of filler if it like
To give the
To
artist more time
to
catch
give the
up,
artist more time. So there's times where it has to happen. Every show
So
doesn't have to
Probably
do it.
like answer questions and stuff.
manga
maybe.
and actual shows work differently when it comes to filler.
Oh, of course.
Well, it depends.
That
Who's the
explains
writer?
Full Metal
I just
Alchemist's
downloaded the
flop when
manga
it first
to
came
watch
out.
When it comes
Manga
to
too.
manga, though, manga is basically less
Manga.
filler. It's just straight like yo.
Yeah,
make me
manga has
potato.
no filler. You don't hear people complaining about the manga. That's why everybody's like, you should read the manga. We got right through that because there wasn't that 2 arcs that don't got nothing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know
I
that.
don't agree in that.
I know that, but I'm a degenerate. I watch dubs still and get happy about it. Let me live my life.
You gonna say that on air right now?
Yes.
You gonna say
It's
that
not
on
the
air
first
right
time.
Yes, because if any of the listeners would like, hey, do you have any animes you want to show me? Yo, you know what's really funny? Watch this anime, Air Gear. It's dubbed. I'll sit down with anyone and watch a first episode with them, however they are comfortable doing that. I do that all the time.
I watch Subword.
Okay, let's get off the filler subject real quick and get back to the top 5 moments we can change because I feel like this filler thing is going to be.
It's
Are we
No, we're
Naruto
talking about-
still,
we're
or
ta-
just in general?
we're talking about the
because
your
Jiraiya's
favorite
death is
anime that you would
definitely
change.
My number one. I don't
Would
know.
you change Jiraiya's death?
Absolutely.
We'll take
Yeah.
any-
Absolutely.
Hold on.
I
If
would
you
have had
change,
Jiraiya pull through at some point. I mean, if you guys have been like,
but wouldn't
alternate-
that change
I know
like
you
the
don't really
whole
like
like
Boruto,
It
course?
changes the whole dynamic.
There's
Yeah,
all-
but the
there's
whole
all
show,
kinds of,
right?
like,
Yeah.
Stop. Let him explain
Go ahead.
why.
There's all kinds of like fan theories and like conspiracy theories saying that
Jiraiya's Kajin Koji.
exactly.
No,
I don't
what?
know how
He
much.
what?
You know,
Kajin Koji.
if
is
you guys
a-
are
Kaijin
I know you guys
Koji?
don't really,
Oh.
I don't really mess with Boruto, but I heard that and I had to like dive into it. But if you give into that one, like that would have been better. I would have rather have like before Naruto ended, had some kind of like Jiraiya coming back as some like masked person or this, that, and the third. Like they're ninjas. Like he could have pulled through. The toads can swim. Like they can hold their breath pretty well. Like
Drag
it's
him-
not like
Drag him
out
to
of
a
your mind
little
to think
gully
that,
or
like,
something.
Somehow
Dude,
somebody
pull a Sasuke and have,
summoned
like,
up
his toes
summoned
taller
up where
than him,
Jiraiya
but
was
so
and like popped him back
But you
into
gotta
like.
think-
What
Click's
if-
trying to open up
what
the
if-
cold
what
case
if-
on this
what
one.
if in
Just saying,
Boruto-
dog, like,
Yeah,
you
no.
asked,
What if in
I'm gonna
Boruto-
tell you.
I got an argument for that. I got an argument for that.
What's the argument?
What's the argument?
Alright.
So sad.
Why do you want to keep Jiraiya
But-
dead?
No, look. it-
Because if
it-
Jiraiya didn't
Let's
die,
say he's really dead,
it
though.
wouldn't have boosted it wouldn't
Yeah,
give
and of
Naruto
course,
that push
exactly.
he needed.
Yeah, if
He
Neji
would've
would
had to
if
come back.
Neji wouldn't have
He
died, he
obviously
wouldn't have.
got he obviously got bodied. He's not having no quick recovery after that. Like,
No, he's not.
He
No.
could have pulled a Nagato and like pulled some strings from behind
in
the
order
shadows for a
in
while,
order
let
for a
Naruto
hero-
think he was dead
It-
for a
it-
couple
it-
like.
it's literally the classic hero's tale. That's what Masashi Kishimoto was going for. In order for the hero to gain more credibility and more character development, he had his master get killed so that Naruto can grow up and finally.
They could have took Aruka, man. That's
No.
all I'm
Okay,
saying.
but my thing is, hold on. My
Oh,
thing is
God.
going off that.
Y'all are scandalous.
Go on. Look,
I don't
hold
even
on.
like Aruka, but like,
Hold on.
if you had to pull
Hey, bro. I mean,
in the
keep it
ninja
100.
world, if you had to
to
pull
pick,
up to somebody and be like, "You were choosing you out of all
if
the
somebody was
characters
like
that died,"
Jiraiya or Aruka,
I don't
who
wanna
you-
hear
who
what
you
Aruka
picking,
is-
dog?
more real because
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
get
not
it.
gonna lie.
Exactly.
Okay,
Because
cool.
I get it.
Should've been
Let's
walking
go.
Naruto
Okay,
down
then.
for the
So don't
Boruto.
try and sit here
So-
and look at me all funny because I said it out
So-
loud.
I see. I like Jiraiya,
Yeah,
but
no,
like
I
I also
Naruto,
don't like.
but that's not the
But
point.
in order for Naruto to fully reaches
He's speaking facts though.
reaches capabilities, Jiraiya had to die.
They brought
Yeah.
Kakashi back.
Okay, let's not.
Okay,
Oh,
but
Ruka's
hold on,
still
hold on,
alive.
hold on.
What
Going
are you
off of that
talking
theory,
about, man?
going off that theory where you said that he's actually, who'd you say?
Kakin Koji.
Yes. Now going off that fan theory, saying that whatever. What if when Sasuke like this, like if Sasuke when Sasuke and Boruto travel back, what's to say Jiraiya didn't come with him? And like you said,
No, that's
was
actually
pulling
tied
the
into fan
strings.
theory. That's,
There's
that's what.
Now, is
They
that an
traveled
actual
back in
theory
time
too?
a couple
No,
times.
that's
That's how you meet
that's-
the
I don't know. That's
why the whole thing-
Barry Allen's like, we need you. Yeah. You can't. I don't
But-
know.
but-
Too many
you
things
know
have
what- but you
happened
get
since
what I'm
Jiraiya
saying, though.
died.
You get what I'm
That's
saying.
Jiraiya's in
Now-
the past, so that makes
Because-
sense.
Yeah, he's in the past. So if Jiraiya
Alright,
came back,
so
that
I'm
would
about
trickle
to-
down to something you don't want to know,
Alright, so
because
I'm
that's
about
just
to
more
spoil it a little
enemies
bit
coming back.
going
I
on
don't.
for the manga right, not manga,
Which,
but the anime.
by the way, I
They-
downloaded.
oh, yeah, Jiraiya
and I'm
babies.
looking for all
Yeah.
those
Oh,
mangas
there's a
now.
me
I
running
finally got
around
the
doing
books.
all my ninja
So go
things.
ahead.
You're
So-
welcome.
So basically, right now in Boruto,
Living with
the
yourself, too.
anime, Naruto and Jiraiya, they're doing training. Sasuke and Boruto goes into the past. They run into Naruto and Jiraiya off rip. Y'all seem familiar. We're just traveling performers, and they started, So now
Yep.
they was like, yo, just look out for these two guys right here. From there, Jiraiya just say, something's odd and strange. Whatever the Otsutsuki is with the little fishing pose comes and attacks. Boruto off rip with Sangons. Jiraiya saying,
Oh word! Oh word! We just throwing out Rasengan? Okay.
and he just
This
said,
this little he can't even. I gave him a water balloon.
and so basically what's going on now, he's over here like, all right, so what's good with you, Mr.
Yeah,
No
he
Name?
sat on the toilet for too long and was like, I got it.
A wristband.
Right. I
So,
love Naruto for that. He's just
basically,
like,
Jiraiya just pulls up on Sasuke, was like, hey, you don't want to tell me your name, but I know who you are. Who am I? You don't know who I am. You sure it's Sasuke Uchiha? What should I say? Uchiha Sasuke.
that doesn't even translate over.
Still the same thing.
It's still Ruru. Are you Sasuke Uchiha, or might I say Uchiha Sasuke? How'd you know?
Alright, I'm gonna throw mine out there, and
Go ahead.
we're still on the topic of death, and mine is Rock Lee not fighting with Might Guy, and them both not dying, and the Great
When they
Ninja
fought
Warrior.
Madara?
When they fought Madara,
Madara.
I feel like they both should have died. It was bull crap. I know. It makes for a better story. It makes for better character.
It does.
What is wrong with
People
you?
die. As
Hasn't Lee gone through enough?
No, he hasn't gone through enough. That's my point. They keep
Yes,
nerfing
he
his
has.
character, bro. If they would have took down
But hear me out,
Madara,
though.
or if they would have put up
Hear me
a
out,
better
though.
fight,
My G got no chakra.
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
They'd have put up statues. They'd have put up statues of both of them
My
niggas.
G's got no chakra.
Exactly. That's what makes him a champion. No, don't defend him like he can't defend himself. He straight up is always about to smoke.
stop, 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 stop.
The
Oh,
world
right.
can live
I mean,
without
Stop,
Metal
stop,
League.
stop.
No.
That's hateful.
Right.
They can.
The
No,
way-
that's hate speech,
Look,
literally.
no.
That man has anxiety. You're gonna attack him because of his mental illness? How dare you?
Yeah, he
Metal
can't do that.
League?
Metal Lee has anxiety. I don't know who his mother is, but he ain't acting like his
I
dad.
think it's Tintin. I think it's
Mr.
Tintin.
Alex.
Is it
That's what I'm
10
saying.
Is it 10
But the world can live
Uh,
without him, in my opinion. That's what I think.
Look,
He serves no purpose in
so-
Naruto right now. That's
He
what-
will serve some type of
He
purpose.
will,
Well,
like,
back
just like how his dad served a
Let's stay
purpose.
relevant, 'cause nobody cares
Yeah,
about that.
we're on Boruto for a little too long right now.
I'm mad at the disrespect y'all just sent at my boy right now.
Stop.
Lee?
Lee?
Dude, I'm giving him all the respect.
Lee's
right now.
earned everything he's ever
Why
gotten.
he gotta die though?
Cause look,
Because he earned everything he ever gotten.
No,
He
that's
can't.
the way his character is written, it only
could
makes
have been
sense for him to actually join the battle with Guy. It only makes, with Guy. It only makes sense, bro. Like the
Oh,
way
he didn't join.
He didn't join. Like
If they would have
he
both.
he like saved. He did something with Guy where he like pushed him at the right time. But I'm telling you, dude, Rock Lee would have.
He
Who,
just
Naruto?
won Shuriken. That's the only thing
Yeah,
he
well,
fucking
that's what I'm
did
saying.
in the-
But Rock Lee is written to the point where he would join that battle and give up his life gracefully in the most epic fight that you ever seen.
Right.
Yeah, he's like Ibiki. He's a recreational fighter. He's like, either I'm doing 1,000 push-ups or I could like literally just jump off your chest for 10. You know what I mean?
telling you.
It doesn't matter. I'm trying to do something. Let's get physical. So he's down to join any fight.
There's only like what 3 deaths in Naruto or something like that of like actual heroes.
We kind of already named
Not like
2 of them.
Yeah,
Jiraiya, Neji, and
Well, I mean, that depends on if you count Pain.
yeah, if you count Pain, a lot of people died.
People got
Because technically,
bodied.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, if you count the if you count the mass-
Yeah, people were getting pushed into body bags for
Yeah.
sure.
But it's what Neji and Jiraiya are like the main 2 good guys because I mean everybody else gets resurrected.
Yeah.
But if you put Rock Lee,
Do we count
and
Neji as a
Guy-
good guy?
Yeah, by the end. If you put Rock Lee and Guy,
I
in there,
mean,
'cause
really? Like,
oh my god,
I would say.
Okay.
Boruto, why y'all even bringing him up?
It's because of Neji, yeah.
Didn't body his cousin
So-
Hinata, who happens to be Boruto's
He actually
daughter.
did body her. He actually did
Not
body.
properly.
Not properly, no.
Not properly.
Not like how he wanted to body
I would say-
Naruto.
I would say-
Because
Listen,
if
let's not go on Boruto anymore. We promised each
Listen,
other
I said-
no more Boruto.
I promise no such
And
thing.
we're not going to Boruto.
I would say, listen, I would say Neji is a good character, but like when you first, like when Neji's first introduced, you really don't know how to take
he's a
him at
douchebag.
first.
He's a dick.
he's
Yeah,
just a.
So is Kiba. Kiba's a dick too.
But
Everybody
he
knows
was
that.
not-
No, he wasn't.
Kiba was a douchebag the first time he was introduced against Naruto, bro. He was a total douchebag.
No,
No, he wasn't. He
no,
came
he
off as a
wasn't.
friend because they used to run and do pranks and
No
stuff.
matter
Yeah,
what,
he was a douche.
no matter what he does, he's good.
Technically, everybody was a
Yeah,
douche.
so-
at the
so
time.
Yeah, he has a dog.
I'm
So,
sorry,
he's-
except for all
He's
of his
balanced. He's
flaws.
balanced. He's like, I'm shallow, but like, look, I have a dog.
And you love him
Come
so
on.
much.
He gets, like,
Yeah,
he
like
gets-
I
he gets,
clearly have a soft spot, and it literally said, oh, it ran off. Sorry, no soft spot.
Okay, all right, and then my second one for Naruto is my last one. Talk No Jutsu by Naruto should have never happened in any of the
Well,
any of the
it's
anime.
been adapted in.
Wait, what about the
so
sexy?
many-
Jutsu?
It's been adapted in My Hero and other
It
shonen
has,
and
it
shonen
has.
animes.
It's a total pillar.
It's a shonen. It's a shonen archetype, or not archetype. It's a shonen tool. It's the biggest tool in
Naruto
shonen.
has used that like 80% of his fights. Like honestly,
It's
like,
no, so
80%
it's
is, like, too
80%
much.
Rasengan and 20%. No, it's
It's 80% Talk No Jutsu, 20% Rasengan if we're doing it correctly.
no. Okay, no. If we're doing it correctly,
Honestly, the
It's
jutsu
10%
that they could have
jutsu
left
that-
out was probably the sexy jutsu, but
left
Then-
out.
I mean they could have like, but the
Here,
whole
let me
thing was
let me
like,
teach you something. No,
Naruto-
anime one.
I'm just saying, like, if they, like, I'm
barely
just
has any
saying,
fan
like,
service.
Any anime. You start up. You load up Crunchyroll right now.
When he for Kaguya, he still reused it.
Any anime you watch, that first episode has to have, and it will have, a glimpse of fan service, even if that's the
Yeah.
thing or it's not.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying like
Like there's an upskirt.
they could have picked
in
like,
every
they
first
could've picked
episode.
a better one.
Man down. Man down. There's an upskirt in at least the first episode. I don't watch.
It was fine where you were at, dude.
Oh, I don't watch animes that don't have any fan service in the first 3. I'm not here for the fan
Keijo.
service.
Gosh.
I'm not here for the fan service, but you damn
That's
sure.
That's a little much.
Does
No,
My
it's
Hero
not.
have fan
It's
service?
guaranteed.
It's not
My
enough.
Hero has
It's
it.
guaranteed.
It's not enough.
Oh, My Hero has it.
You need to put your hat back on.
Yeah, My Hero has it. Like,
Yeah, My Hero has
Anti-Hero
it.
club.
like
My shit has it.
Huh?
yeah.
Dude, that's my shit.
But I don't know if it's in the first 3 episodes.
It's a formula that has not failed me yet. The
I feel
first
like
3
if you
has it.
I feel like she doesn't pop up until episode 4, right?
Who?
Sexy Naruto?
No, Sexy
Are we
Naruto was
still on
episode
sexy
2.
Naruto? I do not want to talk about sexy Naruto.
I'm just mad Melvin was like, they could have done without it. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying
Like,
this shit like
Jiraiya needed it. The show did not.
Jiraiya needed it. Why do you think
It's
he
the
kept
same,
it around?
Kimaru's life.
That's true.
Yeah.
He used that sexy jutsu.
Reverse Harem Jutsu.
Slid on out of the
Kogi.
room.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Is there any other key points in Naruto anybody wants to bring up that they would change?
No, I have a whole nother
Let's move
anime.
on.
But I wanted to interrupt somebody and cut them off and be like, Lelouch if he was black.
What?
It wouldn't have made sense because he was a prince. Calm down.
I just heard from the back of the room Obito's story. You got beef with Obito's story?
Who?
Obito's
Whoa,
story does
whoa.
have some plot holes. I mean, it does have some plot holes.
Saw
Ren.
Kakashi kill Ren.
What would happen?
Yeah, I would wonder what would happen.
That's a fair
Oh,
point. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
fair point.
Everything
Yeah.
changes. That's
Oh, yeah,
the
because
point.
that was a setup.
Everything changes because
It
they
was
just
a
want to
setup,
seek
though.
out.
It was not
Orochimaru.
supposed to happen, but somebody made it happen.
He
It was a
planned
setup.
that. They planned.
And then Madara was like,
yeah,
"You want to go
Madara
out there
planned
so
it like
bad?
that.
Go out there!" And he goes out there, fights all those ninja, and he's like, "With my special eyes, what, Kakashi? Why would you
He
do
had-
such a thing?"
He had him basically like dependent on
He
him
hold
because
him,
of this
bro.
the Zetsu.
Yeah, it's a whole.
He's
It
like,
was a
oh, you
setup.
don't want to listen? I'm gonna take Zetsu's strength from you. Zetsu, go ahead and go do something else. Like,
Yeah, he's
bring
set
it
up.
It's not
have
the
fun
best
hopping
setup,
around
but
on
it's
that
still
one
set up.
foot.
Madara was like on life support. That does not mean he's any less of a manipulator. He's Uchiha through and through.
Like,
Right.
And they were
It's all
having
in-
civil
it's all
wars,
in the
bro.
head,
They
bro.
had, yeah, and they're ninja.
So
Super simple.
Just because a man walks around in an orange jumpsuit does not mean he's not a ninja.
well, if a man walks around an orange jumpsuit, doesn't that mean he's in prison?
No, that makes him a ninja.
I mean, he's not wrong. He sounding like me right now.
This guy like latex.
Troy just looked at me like, bruh.
All right, Troy.
I'm like, we're talking about anime, and you're bringing up the prison system.
You just said orange
Yeah,
jumpsuit,
dude,
so.
Like, are we not all black? Do we not have to deal with that outside? Do we not?
I mean,
Shouts out to all my anime
real
fans
talk.
in jail.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
Gang, gang, gang. We out here. We out here.
All right,
But
so
yeah.
go ahead, Troy. Go to whatever anime.
I need to hear this. I gotta sit up for this one.
Which one would I? Which anime I would change?
Yeah, you can go ahead and jump. We did Naruto real quick. I'm gonna do One Piece a little later.
I got one too.
I don't like Full Metal. I don't like Full Metal. I'm tired of explaining it to people because, okay, let me take you back. Let me take you back to 2000 what?
Are we going like
Four.
This is the one with the-
Brotherhood, or we going OG?
Hold on.
Full
Your
Metal
brotherhood,
or
your
Brotherhood?
brotherhood now, right? You gotta just burn the whole series.
No, Brotherhood's great.
Okay.
Okay.
Brotherhood's great. I watched one episode of Brotherhood. I was like, man, this is what we should have got when I first got it. But when I first got it, let me take you back to 2006 when I had to record it on a VHS for the little kids outside. This little box. It's like this, but it goes into a TV. Ask your mom about it. But anyway, you have a VHS. I would record Toonami. 6 hours. 6 hours, get the block. I'd come home from church
Cable did it.
and watch it. For 6 weeks, Edward Elric was like, oh, there goes my arm. Next week, it's fixed. Oh, there goes my leg. Next week, oh, there goes my arm and my leg. Oh, I wish I had somebody next week. Oh, I'm still broken. He's not a shonen main character. That's not the progression you see in a
Full
shonen
Metal
main character.
And Full Metal. Not Full Metal out.
What did I just say, Christian? Stop interrupting me. Anyway,
Stop.
Edward-
Explain it.
Edward does not develop like we want him to. That's why niggas like Deku show up and we're like, yay! Oh, he cried. Chicks love that. Oh, he worked out and then ate some hair and now he's god tier. We love that. That's what we want to see. We want to see that development, no matter how fast. But I will not accept how slow it was. I will not accept how slow it was. I'm not accepting 6 weeks of watching a trash tier character develop. Okay? I don't know who that blonde chick was in Brotherhood. She needed to be in the first installment. So we get a Kakashi character that is like, oh, you're trash, but you know, we'll pick you up and I'll handle everything until you get there. Did he have that? No, he just had his brother. Shout out to his brother because he's more of a likable character than Edward. Maybe it's because I saw myself in Edward, a puny little kid that wants to keep on fighting, but it's trash. So I did not like that. What I would have changed, I would have brought Brotherhood out. I understand, like we said, manga and anime moves forward, but why would I watch one episode of Brotherhood randomly? I don't remember what was happening. The Chinese dude, the ponytail, was running through the city, and his bodyguards were trying to chase him. Or Edward was his bodyguard and they were trying to chase. I don't remember what it was, but I watched one episode, liked it. How do I like this one episode and I can't get down with half the first season? That's the risk I take with dub?
No, that wasn't.
They brung it here. Trying to get the dub. They did all this trash American censorship, blase, and then you ended up with.
No, it took the writer like years to finish after the first installment of Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal came out. That's what it was. The writer wasn't done.
But it wasn't accurate to the manga.
That's what I'm saying. She wasn't done with her show yet. They were leaning a whole bunch of stuff. There were some points where it was
So
accurate.
so the network was leaning on her to make a show.
They was
No, the
doing
network
That's why
was
it was
like,
trash?
whatever you're doing right now is amazing, but it's so good. We want to take your show and do it however we can just get it out there for the public. to
And
see.
it wasn't ready.
Same thing with Game of Thrones.
They
Their last
visit
season, they like left the writer in the dust. They're like, we're making too much money here. People really want to see it,
And they ruined it.
and then they ruined it. Yeah.
But that's what happens.
I got it. Okay. But yeah.
So that's how I feel about that. As an audience member, I am not that audience. If you want to do that to your audience members, I'm not watching your show.
They did
I am
the
not
same
there
thing
for
to
that.
Knights of the Zodiac.
Oh boy, that sucks.
All right. Who's next?
He said,
Who wants
"Oh,
to throw
boy,
theirs
that
out? Christian, go ahead, Christian. Throw yourself in.
I might piss y'all off. They could have did without the last few seasons of Bleach.
Agreed.
I don't think you're pissing anybody off. by
Are you
saying that.
are you talking about the
Waco Mundo.
where he was?
Yeah.
No, Waco Mundo was needed. They needed to be in there and then get out
You
of there.
talking about the filler in between Waco Mundo? when
No,
he's trying to
like-
No, he's talking about after. He's talking about soul bringing or
After.
full bringing.
After that.
He's talking about full bringing.
Wait. Ew.
Full bringing made me want to throw up.
Hey, who you making mad? We all agree.
Okay,
I don't want to speak on
Yeah,
that.
full bringing made me want to throw up, and I felt like this
Okay,
was
good.
just a middle arc.
Yeah, no
Dude,
one.
that was like a
no
crash.
harass.
I mean,
apologize
I love
to all
Bleach.
the- all
Main
the Bleach
story,
fans
but
out
it
there
still
if-
like
if
feel
he
like
was
nothing
into
but
it.
filler.
You want to try again?
Yeah. Okay.
You want to try
I'm
again?
sorry.
I
I know how you get.
Alright, I got another one.
I'm sorry, we're live. I didn't want to ask.
Like, no, Loki, I was gonna ask too, but like, I'm kind of far away, but kind of awkward.
Black people and hot chips, guys.
Could be in a-
All of our eyes are now attracted to the bag. We're like, this is the final episode, and then it's just 5 of us standing behind a bag of and that's and to be continued.
Flaming hot Cheetos.
You gotta play the Jotaro to be continued music.
Dun, 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 dun,
All
dun.
right, go ahead, Chris. Throw yours out there.
All
again.
right.
Throw a better one.
Dragon Ball Z could have been better if they had more character development.
Again, no one's gonna disagree with you on that. No one. You wanna do something, you gotta be like,
I'll sit down for
go
Gohan.
on. You better
I'll
go
sit
ahead.
down for Gohan.
Trunks, what we just talked about.
Yeah, no, like, you already know how I feel.
Throw out your
yesterday.
moment. Throw out your moment. Like they should have not have let Gohan become Super Saiyan Man or
No,
whatever.
okay, no.
Oh yeah, no. Speaking of that, Trunks needs to get out of here.
Whoa!
He's a failure.
Whoa!
He's a failure.
Whoa!
He's a failure.
You're talking about Future Trunks?
Yes,
Yeah,
fu-
Future Trunks
in the
is also
in
great.
in the name,
Why are you
future
still here?
future Trunks.
Go home.
In the name,
Disappeared
future Trunks.
during the
The
past
reason
5
why
years,
he
dude.
comes back is because he failed.
Get
Yeah.
Parkinson's disease.
Toei Animation can keep bringing him back all they want to and be like, oh, he gets more. No, he doesn't. He failed.
He's not wrong.
Every time I see his face, he is a failure.
Pull up Xenoverse 2.
He is a yes. They put him in the game. He gets to come back every time the series gets a rebirth. For what? Because he's a
Everybody wants to see
failure.
Sword.
Why didn't he come back with Gohan?
That's really
Why
sad.
doesn't he come back with
I'll use your
Gohan?
argument against you.
Why doesn't he go back and be like, oh,
Same reason.
the future's better now?
Z-Sword.
Guess who I brought? Adult Gohan.
No, it's a Z-Sword talking into the camera saying, "Look who I brought."
You know what?
It's Future
It's not
Trunks.
So it's not future Trunks. It's not having sugar with your tea. It's having tea with your sugar.
I'm gonna jump over Troy's
Yeah.
point real quick. Go
When he
on.
first comes back, but then he gets the Z-Sword.
No, that's not the Z sword. The Z sword is from the Mystic World.
It's Gohan gets the Z sword from the Supreme
Trunks'
Kais.
sword is from Tapion,
Yeah, that's the
Trunks
one
is
that
back
gets.
in this movie. He
which
gets
is
it from there.
weird how they put that.
Yeah, the Z sword's Gohan's. See, look at that. Gohan got his own sword, and Trunks probably inherited that same sword.
No, Gohan broke it.
Yeah. So that sword is no longer a thing. They took away his sword too.
Then Zyklon broke it.
Well, Tapion sword is better anyway.
Yeah, Tapion's sword's
I
better.
think we all, yeah.
But still, he's a failure, bro. I'm tired of seeing him. Gohan needs to get his shine.
It should've been-
I know they said in Heroes that he's like Super Saiyan God now.
No.
Catch up.
He's still not
What was
God.
that? Was that? What was that?
No,
But
he's
like,
still not God.
He's still not God.
he's like Super Saiyan 3 or something crazy.
It
Yeah,
do,
he's Super
it
Saiyan
doesn't
3.
it
But, like,
doesn't
it's
matter.
like-
Where is his shine? I'm tired of
Exactly.
seeing Trunks, bro.
Nah,
I'm tired of him coming back and be like, "Hey guys, Dad, I need your help." No, get out of here. Vegeta should actually kill him.
No, he's not wrong. Because I think like
Perform Harikari on
Trunks
your
does
son.
have a lot of understated
In the
character
future.
development, which it's like
Everybody in
it's
Dragon Ball has a mischaracter development, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of mischaracter
That's the
development. So
whole
that's a
point of Dragon Ball Z is to show you what mischaracter development looks like. That's the whole purpose.
now,
Time
pe-
Lord.
It's
Now-
amazing looking characters with amazing powers, and then
I feel like Dragon Ball Z kind of illy prepared us for how the real world is. Meaning, like you have a set system like pounds, meters, things to gauge. We can't just be like, this guy is as strong as this guy, but this guy beat this guy last season and on a different planet because this guy is as strong as this guy, and this guy doesn't come around anymore, and this guy's not canon. So, like, I feel like that guy beat that guy, so since that guy beat that guy, he's stronger than this person. That's a bad way to micro or macro anything.
Yeah, let's,
Because that'll affect your life in a certain way. I'm just saying.
No, I
all
understand.
right, Corey, throw yours out there. We'll go with Melvin next. You got
I already did mine.
Go before me.
I already did mine.
Failure!
Naruto,
You did
remember?
yours.
I'm sick of Trunks, bro.
No, I don't blame you in that. I don't blame you at all. Because like, see, like, why does he deserve a poster? Why? Like, why?
No one can see that.
Right, bro.
That and there's
Why is he pointing at the ground?
no, don't yell at just him. There's two other Trunks that also need to be shamed. Kid Trunks, good.
GT Trunks was pretty dope too.
Don't bring up GT, bro.
Please.
He said, "Don't bring up."
GT
Can we
Trunks?
not bring up GT at all real quick?
Yeah,
We
no,
gotta have a list of
GTA at all does not get spoken of. Huh?
Thank you.
Okay, Super
Super
Saiyan 4.
Saiyan 4.
We all like Super Saiyan 4.
GT.
Actually, no.
That was sick.
We all
I like
yeah,
that.
I'm not
GT
like,
was
I'm
worth
not-
it just for that.
No, wait a
The
minute.
coloring books alone.
I mean, Baby Vegeta was hard too.
It
I
was
like
worth
it.
it.
Okay, Baby was also a very exploitative,
Super
like
Vegeta 4
character who's
wasn't
just like,
wasn't
ugh.
authentic because he needed extra help from Bulma.
It doesn't matter. That was still part of the hype.
I got to see what
How
he
you
looked
watch the
like.
first season of the Grand
Right.
Tour and then make it to the second and you see him turn Super Saiyan 4 and be like,
It's Vegeta. Nobody's
that was
really
worth
expecting him to win. I just wanted to see what he looked
Like
like.
Goku was more authentic in his transformation.
Absolutely.
Goku is always
Okay,
more authentic.
just like Naruto and Sasuke. Sasuke inherited those powers. He wants to be something, but
Goku is
he also
cold.
gets given
Vegeta's
eyes. He
Pepsi.
gets given all these. There's a lot of gimmies for your favorite.
I think he's a little bit.
Dr. Pepper, maybe? I don't know.
Who's
RC Cola?
who's what?
I said
Goku-
Goku's
Goku's
Coke and Vegeta's
RC
Pepsi, but he said
Cola?
even lower.
That's not true, bro.
Vegeta as a character?
We're talking about his
Goku would
consistency
never
to
let
rank
as
the
a
same.
character.
No, we talking about Vegeta.
Vegeta as a character.
Yeah, he's lower than
He
Pepsi.
has more,
He's lower than a Pepsi.
Technically, really, he might be higher because I mean he has more character development than Goku.
That man's royal.
Does
What
he
does
act
that
royal
mean?
though?
What does that mean?
Vegeta's gone. What does that mean?
He's a prince
And
of
holds
blood.
no. and holds
He's
no
the Prince of
weight.
Blood. Yeah.
Hey,
There's all of like 6 Saiyans left, and 3 of them are some other. nigga's
Just
kids.
because- just because Thor left Asgard doesn't make him not a god. Just because Wonder Woman ain't in there the
Asgard
mascara
got
anymore
blown up,
doesn't.
Bro. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Vegeta's
Yeah.
gone, dude. What do you mean?
Exactly.
That's not an argument.
That is
What
an
you're
argument.
saying
They're
exactly.
still who they are.
Asgard is here.
What does he have
Where's
to
Planet
inherit?
Vegeta? It's off the table. This is
What
Planet
does he have
Vegeta.
to inherit? If you're going to be
Now it's gone.
Demonstrated
what-
with
Still a
Mike.
prince though.
No, what do you have to inherit
Prince of what though?
in order exactly?
Prince of 2.5 Saiyans.
I don't believe in monarchies to begin with, and you're telling me you're the prince of a monarchy
Of a
that
dead
does
race.
not exist?
Of a dead race.
You're a dead monarchy. What does that mean? Nothing.
Of a dead race.
He said nothing.
Nothing.
To who?
You got some sand money lying around in your piggy bank.
It works on a resume, folks. It works on a resume, folks. Who's broke? Who's broke?
Got the bread.
Bro,
Vegeta married money.
Goku's a farmer, bro. What are you talking
they're
about?
both broke.
No.
You haven't been watching.
Vegeta
No,
got
I know.
shot.
Vegeta got a
So
whole
you didn't see them riding around on the yacht? You
Bulma
even Piccolo's got money. What are you talking about? Goku's got money. Vegeta, he's been babysitting Pan. What do you mean? He's got full-time job. He's been babysitting Pan.
You've been full-time babysitter since Gohan was about 2.
Yeah, he's been full-time babysitter. Like he's high-key got his diploma in pre-education by now.
He got 5 stars on care.
Yeah, and look, it all started with kidnapping a child. So it's amazing turnaround. It's a great testimony, bro. He's got a full-time. You go from being somebody part of the system who only met their dad was evil, had to see him go, and then you got brothers, no other family. So you learn how to raise one. What are you talking about? Piccolo's the greatest example of a father figure possible. Dodge! Don't forget to dodge.
Oh man.
And Goku, regardless of what you say, Goku stays eating, doesn't he?
This is true. I mean, that's all Chi-Chi though. Because Chi-Chi
He
has
got-
to do that.
And-
Wow, what you mean? He ain't never
Chi-Chi's
home.
in the money too, though.
Chi-Chi is a stay-at-home mother.
Yeah, Chi-Chi's a stay-at-home mother.
She's a stay-at-home mom, but she also has the bread, though.
She's also has the bread because she's the daughter of the Ox King. Yeah.
And then on
So
top
she
of that,
been had
she
bread.
has bread too, cause that's what work.
No, she been had bread.
Oh, she's
Ox King isn't hurting. You don't ever see him come around and be like, I've got to go do. It's not important.
anytime Ox King
It's not
comes
important,
around,
but still. We're talking about.
Ox King came.
After you just
Anytime
murdered
Ox
Killer.
King, he comes calling you in like, yo, I have gifts, I have presents.
I wonder what the Ox King's books look like.
King ain't hers.
They obviously don't have to say that. Because every time he shows up,
Oolong's comfortable. Kame House is for everyone that got titties.
I feel like Oolong own a chain of like lion's dens or something.
Yeah, he's got something. He's laundering money. He. Yeah.
You seen him in that tux, bro? Like
Oh yeah, killer tux. And that was his. That wasn't no rental. That wasn't no rental.
Let's not talk about Dragon Ball Z.
And
money, 'cause, I mean, Master Roshi got his own.
Yeah, Master Roshi collected social security checks, bro. They are not hurting. If you in the Kame house, Master Roshi collected social security, ain't nobody hurting. There's all.
they've been eating up that contest money since Dragon Ball.
Yeah. And Hercule probably pop up every now and then and drop his wallet.
Tournament. All the Dragon Ball, just one big tournament.
Yeah, Master Roshi was pipping their ass.
Yo, get this, man. Every time Hercule stopped by, the little cat swipe his money.
He said, "Call me Jackie." Master Roshi popped up and was like, "Call me Jackie." I don't know if my homie's really about to bring home the money.
Oh.
He was like, "Oh, okay,
There's no
y'all
poor
little niggas got some
situation
hands.
at all.
Yeah.
I'll bow out."
Poor people aren't allowed in Dragon Ball.
That's
They don't let 'em in there.
whoa.
They
What?
don't let 'em in. Do they?
No,
Who's the poor character?
There is no board character.
All the poor characters technically die.
Right?
He's the only one, but that's DC.
Oob, yeah, Oob was.
God, doesn't he win the tournament though?
The only black character.
He beat Goku in
He wins the tournament. He's rich.
No, he didn't
Yeah.
put him in
That's a
GT, they
Slumdog
actually-
Millionaire story right there.
That honestly is the Dragon Ball for the original Slumdog Millionaire.
Until the end of that arc, he was broke.
Yes, they did.
He was in rags, bro.
Some money.
Not the normal like
Until the end
poop.
of that arc, he was
Yeah.
broke.
So he's not broke either.
He was Ethiopia broke. No disrespect to Ethiopia, but y'all know what it is.
It's an unspoken thing.
Oh, y'all gonna act like y'all ain't never heard Sarah McLachlan singing in the background? That's Sarah McLachlan, bro. Don't pretend like we don't all know what's happening out here.
I'm not laughing because I struggle, so I don't. I can't laugh at nobody, bro. I can't laugh at nobody.
Every time you say I'm the captain now, that's the same thing. Ethiopia know its problems. They don't.
It's too soon.
This went from Dragon Ball to Ethiopia. Man, you
Speaking
better-
of, speaking of, Black Goku should have been black.
Let's hope we get season 2, guys.
Black Goku should have been black. How?
How they gonna even make that even possible?
When they
They made a green Goku. They can't make a black one. What you mean?
Right, bro.
What you mean, bro?
Green
Thanos
Goku,
is
you meaning?
purple. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah.
When I can say stuff about Ethiopia,
That doesn't signify that he's
y'all
black.
is
though.
wildin'.
That doesn't signify that he's black.
Wildin' out, dog.
That does not signify that he'd be black. That it would.
It would be
No,
nice
I
if he
meant,
was
I
black.
meant, I meant of African descent.
No, I don't.
I meant of like true gods that walk this earth.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm talking about true African gods. Like if he actually showed up.
You talking about Josh?
Dang, Pharaoh.
Huh?
Lost Tribes of Josh?
We
You talking about
That's
hidden
a-
colors, my dude?
Yeah, I'm talking about hidden colors. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I'm talking about the DNA that lives on somewhere in this
We
room.
are the Native Americans, brother.
I'm talking about the African DNA that lives in this room. Black Goku should have been like Goku, but straight like.
I mean,
Yeah, that doesn't take away his
He got
authority.
his soul and turned into a little black boy. Why can't
Yeah,
Black Goku be black?
yeah, and I feel like that happened way sooner, and it was like cool. We ended it. No one can say anything. We're not gonna come back next week, and people are like, we're taking another show and canceling it. We waited to the end.
So let's relate this back to us now. You want to see more black people
I want to see more
That's
black
when
people
you-
in an anime. Period.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z doesn't really deserve it because they poorly represent. Not poorly represent. They poorly develop characters. I don't like
No,
even.
you're right. You were on track with that one. You just didn't finish your sentence. They poorly represent our culture in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they poorly represented. I can't give them a black delegation to do a Dragon Ball Z character. They did Oob, great.
But when you like,
Because they will ruin it. I've seen Popo. I've seen that dude that jumped off the bus from West City. Yeah, the cop, the dude from West City. They were literally purple. I understand it's Japan's early days. Their early xenophobia. That's okay. But now, not happening. Fate can do it.
There's like a black guy in Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, the Indian chief's father.
No, it was like actual physical black dude. He's like
So-
bald headed and all that. It's way back.
Did he show up with Hercule and his gang
No.
during the Cell Saga?
No, he's
No,
like
it's the
Red
tournament,
Ribbon. He
Dragon
worked for
Ball.
Red Ribbon? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but still, like Dragon Ball couldn't handle that.
Okay, well, again, let's bring it back because that's gonna be its own episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be his own episode next
Yeah,
season
that-
for
that-
sure.
that would be a good episode for sure.
But-
So, can I ask a question then, real quick?
Go ahead.
Last question, real quick.
Fate could do it.
So, you guys, I heard you guys said that there's not a lot of kind of branch out the representative African American characters in anime.
I mean, there is a lot of anime characters that are black and like
Chad don't count.
Chad's technically Hispanic.
What about Amui?
He's
Finish
Hispanic.
Finish your question.
Let Melvin finish.
My question is, like, I don't know, like with the black characters, like, what do you more want to see? Just like of our own, like,
We can go around the room and
Serious?
ask.
Our own culture, or
or do you want to see more African American culture being used in it?
Well,
see,
See,
that's
the
one thing. If you only certain,
Because Amui, he's
black.
but
no,
he really
but at the
doesn't.
same time, like honestly, this is
I'm
how
away?
I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm always a good
I
one.
want to see like
But really,
African
what
American.
happened? But he doesn't really have.
Go
nothing, like,
around the
No,
room.
sorry, we're only Corey speak, and then I'm gonna
Oh.
speak, and then Josh will speak.
Honestly, how I feel about like, yeah, I want more African Americans in my anime, but at the same time, I want them to be represented in a positive way. I don't want no like stereotypical.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
I want them to be like, yo, if they come in here, yeah, you can be a little ignorant here and there, be a little rough around the edges, but at the same time, like, yo, that's not gonna be their only attributes. I want to see my characters like real around adjusted to, yeah, he just pop fly at some dude for only him 50 cents. But 2 panels later, yo, he's about to bust a nigga head open just because, like, yo, you look at my sister wrong, my guy. Like,
Right.
do you know who she is? Do you know who I am? You don't.
Come up out the car, homie. Come up out the car, homie.
So here's the thing: if we give them our culture, we also can't expect them to use us in the mangas based off who is going to be creating and writing the mangas. It's going to be, for the most part, some Japanese guy or girl who's going to write the mangas. And and if we give them the culture, and not-
Censored.
and
I wouldn't say
well, most
fabricated.
of the time,
Censored.
They just want the culture. They don't want the characters. That's
Yeah.
for the most part. So like you'll get like in Devil Crybaby, you'll
The
get the beat.
Boondocks.
Yeah, you'll get
Yeah.
no, not even the Boondocks. That's created by Aaron McCruder. But you'll get like the guys who.
It went to Korea after season 3, but it's still his show.
It's,
Oh, no,
Aaron McCruder is the writer.
I was
the-
saying that in that aspect, like the style of the show.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you want the,
That's our
true.
That's
well, no,
our
no, no, sorry.
right now.
If you want
that's
true
our closest thing
representation,
of that
no.
right now.
Or they actually take
But it's
scenes
created
from
by a black
Naruto
guy,
and
which is what I'm
recreate
saying.
it.
Yeah.
And you let a Japanese person do that. You want a Japanese writer to be like, and then Huey said nigga, and then Ryan said,
No,
nigga,
bro.
you tripping? That's gay as hell.
Right.
So it's like one of those things where.
Now it's
That's probably why they don't do it.
not even in,
No.
not even
But if Japanese people came up to us and seen us, and that's how they think about all of us, then it's not us being racist; it's them being racist. That's
Yeah,
what
it's not our fault.
It's not our fault that that's what they get from the black culture is they rap sometimes, they love wearing Jordans and Nikes, and then they always say nigga.
I mean,
And if you lit,
That's what Melvin learned.
that was the person.
yeah, that was thinking about his whole life. He's like,
Walls and doors were just breaking down and opening in my head, like, oh.
No, not, like to
I
jump.
just turned so many corners in Melvin's childhood right
No,
now.
it's just like
Dang.
that's what Melvin.
You just keep the door
Boom.
open and jump
Doom,
out.
doom, 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 doom.
but the representation,
People.
correct representation.
We
is
love
gonna
you, Melvin.
It's going to come from black manga artists actually getting the opportunity to create something, or at least Japanese manga artists
Consulting.
consulting.
That's what Delaruski Digital is here for.
Yeah, some type of writing.
Sleep on it.
Call Troy, Japan.
You can scoff all you want to. Sleep on it. Toei.
If you need a,
Sunrise?
a consultant of the Afro-American variety.
I am an official curator.
Because you want to talk about an underused character.
Me, I am a very underused character.
Besides Troy.
Besides Troy.
Besides Troy, it's black people in general and anime and manga. Like, I mean, there's so much untapped potential there, and there's so much. Such an open and diverse culture of black people. For it not to be used is really just.
And there are black people there.
That's my that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, my point being, there's been, like you said, there's been black people in Japan since World War II. Like, come on,
Probably longer than that.
Just
absolutely.
grab one and be
I
like,
mean,
hey.
If you really want to get into the hidden colors behind it, the originator.
I'd love that, though.
The originator of
Sure, just grab one.
of the martial arts styles and like the mimicking of like animals and this and the third
Mhm.
was supposedly a black man traveling across the mountains of Asia from Africa, and he was watching all these animals protect themselves, and that's how the tiger style, crane style, you know what I'm saying, all those styles of like martial arts came to be. But my thing, I think I agree with a lot of what you said, but it doesn't. I don't think it has to be a cultural thing. There's plenty of black people who do non-stereotypical black things. There's the Oreo black guy.
Believe me, I've had my share of being called that through my life.
Everybody
There's
show
the-
Troy.
there's
Show,
like-
zoom in on Troy
There's
real
the
quick.
DGK version,
Meme
like
Troy.
black kid
Meme
who's
Troy.
like, yeah, he's still.
No, I
poverty
probably already
stricken, and
been
he has
meme
some of those
Oreo king.
stereotypes, but he also has all the attributes of somebody else that could slide into like a
Not anymore.
Cowboy Bebop
I'm a
or
taken man.
You know what I mean? An Air Gear type fucking show. My whole thing is like, it doesn't. You can just put a dude in there.
Yeah, just put him in there.
It's not. It doesn't have to be like a. Oh, let's make this guy represent all black people and all culture and put all of the cultural representation into this character for that one race.
But they do that in anime already.
Dude,
You know what that sounds like though?
just change his skin color. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
You know what that exactly sounds like? That sounds exactly like Black Panther. Like what Josh just said. The whole idea of
It's
Black
Darwin.
Panther.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying about Black Panther.
One of Darwin's pieces is literally Black Panther.
Yeah, Gale style Black. Yeah, but no, what Christian is saying is that like it's pretty much Black Panther, where you take a kingdom, an empire itself that's lived on its own, and they take care of themselves and they do what they need to. They have their own resources, all of that. They don't need anyone else. Who does that remind of us? That reminds us of Japan. Japan shut out its walls until the big ships came coming and the Yanks came coming, and it changed. It changed everything for Japanese culture.
Tom Cruise, they called the Yanks. That's all I'm saying.
But here's what I'm saying. Here's my rebuttal. Here's my rebuttal to
You ever
Josh
seen The
real
Last
quick.
Samurai?
I've seen The Last Samurai. Yeah.
Okay, look. Here's my rebuttal.
Tom Cruise got paid to go over there and give them guns.
47 Ronin.
Okay,
They
look.
was like, the Japanese government was like, kill all the samurai. And Tom Cruise was like, all right, dog, $500 a
Until
week,
somebody
why
came
not?"
after him with a sword, and he was like, "Those things are short."
Nah, he went out like a G. What you talking about?
No, they all went out like G's. Ken Watanabe and Tom Cruise went out like G's for sure.
Bruce Willis in that movie too? Or?
No.
Okay,
Why you
my
so
bad.
soft?
Boo!
You're trash.
Sorry.
You're trash.
I haven't seen it in a while. I forgot.
We're talking about
cares.
cultural
It's
appropriation.
open
You
to
gonna-
everyone to
you gonna
see.
not remember what white
I
guys
know
in
Ninja
The Last
Assassin,
Samurai?
one of the best ninja movies. Ninja Assassin.
Really?
I think it's pretty trash. I don't think
Yeah.
it's that good.
With the
Yeah, it's a little
the
straight.
chain sickle?
Yeah.
I mean, the sequel is a very popular. The
What's like, has anybody seen Immortal Demon Slayer?
Okay, bringing it back to anime again.
well, my turn. Bringing it back to anime.
Well, I want to rebuttal Josh just real quick.
Yeah, rebuttal Josh.
Culturally, though, Japanese people will use our stuff, and then it won't be a black character, which is my only problem
Yep.
with it. They'll
I mean,
put.
It's not true.
It is true. It's very true. What are you talking
That's-
about?
Angel Beats, that one dude that walked around and always beatboxed and breakdanced,
Asian dudes are-
and you never saw his eyes
There's
because he wore a
Japanese
bandana.
box.
I can just say that. And samurai shit, we could have used some type
That's
of
not
black
racist. That's a stereotype.
I I mean,
It's
there's no black people in
But here's the thing:
bebop,
how many
and it's
people
like
fit
all
that
jazz
stereotype though? It's
That's
not
what I'm
just the
saying,
African American culture though.
Yeah, that's a
That's
hip hop. That's a
It'd
hip
be
hop
nice to
stereotype.
see one black
But
person
what
in
do you
Cowboy
associate
Bebop say
hip-hop with,
one
though?
thing,
Black
even if it's not playing jazz,
What do you
even if
associate-
it's not has
what do you
nothing to do
associate
with
Here's
the
the
show.
thing: you
though.
trying to
That's
make
what
it,
I'm saying.
you trying to make it seem like just because these stereotypes are being portrayed in anime, it's supposed to fit a certain culture. What you don't understand when it comes to certain stereotypes fit all cultures. That's what it's.
What stereotypes are you talking about though? Because when you
Hype
put-
beast.
yeah, well,
Hype beast all across the world.
okay,
Artist.
but that started
Artist.
here first. It started here first.
But it started here as a movement, so we can express ourselves, and then from there, that culture, that what we do here,
Okay.
became a movement.
if
So it's
that's-
now
Okay, so what you're saying is like hip hop shouldn't just be. It shouldn't just black people shouldn't get the credit for creating hip hop or creating hype beast culture. That's basically what you're saying.
Whoa.
I'm not saying that
I'm
whatsoever.
I'm saying the least thing you
It's
could.
getting good.
I'm saying the least thing you could do if you're gonna use the culture is just show one black person in the background dressing like the rest of them. If you're gonna
No,
have,
here's the thing.
if
If,
you're gonna have-
no. Here's the thing. If you want that, yo, give me an African American that looks like a fucking Oreo. Then, excuse my language, but yo, honestly, yo, strip him of his stereotypes. Give him his black skin. I want him to be the blackest person, but he looks like the whitest man out there. Yo,
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
Are you
yo, just-
are you saying take two characters, slice of life anime. One's Toshi, one's Yoshi. Toshi.
Stop. I'm gonna get you real quick. It's not real life. What you guys are trying to do is try to like add some like non-fiction elements
No,
and then give it to characters. I'm saying if you're gonna use hip hop, that's black. That's fact.
It is fact.
If you're gonna use hypebeast culture, that's black. That's fact.
This is true.
You're over here creating these characters who are like they see no color and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, you can do that sometimes.
But
for the
that-
most part,
light skin over
we
here.
see color.
If they don't acknowledge the fact that, like, okay, when it comes down to Kuroko no Basuke, Ayomine Daike,
There are no black characters in that either.
Ayomine Daike, he's as black as it gets. He's lazy. He's so good he doesn't come to practice. He wears black forces,
That is
and he plays and one. He grew up playing street ball. You s-
in itself.
in the anime's format, he's the first one to cross anybody. And then in the end of the show, there's this character that only crosses people with a special Sharingan eye. It doesn't get any more anime than that.
That sounds.
And he gets the girl.
I mean, that's
It doesn't get blacker than that.
That is, yeah.
But
It's like LeBron
But they
James
don't. They
anime.
what I'm trying to say is they don't see color. They don't say, "Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
where are you from?" While you're like, I understand your name is Ayomine
what they're saying,
Daike.
though.
That's a Japanese
I get what you
name,
guys are
but
saying.
your hair is short, spiky, yes, but you have dark skin.
That's what I'm
Seeing
saying.
color would
And
help.
And can hoop.
Okay,
Okay,
hooping's the whole thing, but like the Ayomine Daike different from
That's
the
the
Americans that
whole-
show up.
Thing.
But
He
look,
plays basketball. ladies
what I'm
and
trying to say is the
gentlemen.
same thing that Troy is trying to say. You don't need to say where the person is coming from
Just-
to express the character.
Just I mean, acknowledging the color itself.
That's what
That doesn't expose anybody's culture. That doesn't bring any extra stereotypes
I like
that they
where your
don't need to
head's
add to
at,
it.
Just in the fact of like being like proud, but in the sake of argument and being fair, you're ignoring subplot. What if there's some irony in the fact that these kids aren't black and they're beatboxing outside the corner store, wearing baggy jeans and
But
forces,
that's the influence
acting
of
like
our
hype
culture.
beast.
Thank you.
That's the influence
Yes,
of our culture.
but that's the story. It's not your choice as the audience to write the story.
That's
Your
what
choice
that's
is
where
to
I'm coming.
watch or not watch.
That's where I'm coming
So,
from.
Are you
if-
gonna watch
in his
or
life,
not?
But-
he doesn't know no black people. He can't write anything about our culture, our
But he
perspective,
is, that's
like
what I'm
we've
saying.
already said.
But they are. That's what I'm saying. If the beatboxing comes from
I'm
black
saying
culture,
they don't need. Well,
They
you,
don't
you
know.
reference Devilman Crybaby, and those are Asian dudes beatboxing.
yeah, but it's the fact that they're beatboxing. That's what I'm coming from.
They
I'm
can
saying
do- any
that's where
country can
that
do
might
it.
be part
They're
of the
beatboxing,
problem.
and what the one that was beatboxing had dreadlocks.
But can they do it without?
You never seen an Asian dude with dreadlocks?
I've seen plenty of Asian dudes with dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks are not.
Yeah,
are
dreadlock is not specific to a one culture. I'm tired of telling people that. I'm tired of telling people that because they were like, "Oh, you're appropriating Jamaican culture." I'm like, as a Jamaican, no. And if you were to ask a Jamaican what they would say about you wearing dreadlocks, go ahead. Our motto is "Out of many, one people."
Rasta
So and even then, what Native Americans, the original Americans, had locks. The Scottish, the Nordish, Vikings had locks.
Of course.
Vinland Saga.
Yeah, they had locks. Asians had locks. That Q eventually turns into some naughty nigga shit right there. That's a lock. And that's part of your representation of where you come from. That's why when they cut it, it's so important. But anyway, what I'm also trying to say is the fact that he's not trying to put it in the box of, yeah, it'll be in this world, but it has to be this and that. And also, seeing color would be important. But when we come and we see, Devilman Crybaby, when we see these guys rapping, beatboxing with dreadlocks on, we're like, yeah, that's cool. We relate. But that's not us.
No, it's not.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the point. That's
We
the topic that we're trying to
not
tackle is the
given a
fact.
chance for something that we've done. It'd be nice. I mean,
So either we have to do it,
yeah.
but the thing is, if they do it, not to
They're
say that,
beating us to everything. They're doing
yeah,
it
and
first.
they can't beat us to.
Because it's their art
But
form.
if we
It's
want to
their
see it in anime, they have to do it. If we want to see it at all, we're going to do it.
It's not the writer's job to cater to us. As the audience, we choose to either watch it or not. But
True,
if we want
true.
that story, then like you just said, we gotta write it.
But we also gotta
Some
make.
more black people gotta do what Bakosa did and go to Japan. Meet
I will do
people,
that.
Walk around like
I will do that.
Bus-
but we
be
Bussin'-
present in the space.
Bust into mangaka's house is like, you drawing? Draw me. Yeah, as we just gotta fly in like paratroopers.
It's up for us to make sure that we are represented.
Put me next to
correctly.
a waifu.
Hey, that's a good point though. For what you just
Yeah,
said.
it's up to us to make sure that we're represented correctly.
But I think at the end of the day, it comes down to the exchange. The cultural exchange is not us exchanging with them. It's them exchanging with us. We get Japanese immigrants and people coming in and tourists and this and the third coming in and seeing what's going on because we are the Americans and this and the third. And us being Americans and our arrogance are like, half of us don't even, you know what I mean? Like, not talking about obviously us, but you
No, I
know
know
what
what
I
you're
mean?
saying,
As a general population, don't even know what anime is,
Yeah.
have no idea
No,
what's
no,
going
our-
on.
I mean,
our-
honestly,
They hear anime
honestly,
and they think hentai, like,
honestly, you could say that for just
tentacles and stuff.
honestly. Hold on. Banking off of what you're saying, banking off what you're saying, you could even say that for real world. Like
Yeah.
Americans, just as a
Yeah,
we are
as a whole.
naive to other
And
cultures.
we'll
go to
Let
other
me give you an
people's
example.
countries
Hold
and
on. Let me
it's
give you an
hard.
example. The guy,
But we don't
my
go to
boss, the
Japan.
guy that I work for Oodles and Noodles, right? This dude knows
Tom
every
Cruise did.
single one of his customers that comes in every day, all of them by name, bro. And when I first day I started working there, I was like, that's so amazing. I don't think I've ever worked anywhere where the manager knows all their customers' names and what they order.
Where have you?
I do.
Yeah.
When you got regulars,
do
yeah.
that.
But no, not
no,
to make it
no,
seem.
because that's not my point. My point is that's not my point.
He
My
learns
point
their
is that
names
he
and then-
takes the time to learn his customers.
Yeah.
Which
I know.
I'm
And what
sorry,
they like
I've
and-
never I've only I can say the subway I worked at was like that, but that's not consistency.
That's giving
You know what I'm
110%
saying?
every
Like,
time. I hear you.
Now
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Now we don't do that.
I think
That's
we're
live.
gonna need
I'm not saying not
That's your
everybody.
opinion.
not
Generally.
Generally.
A part two.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're
A
gonna
part
have
two.
to round to this one because
We're gonna come
it
up
needs
with
time.
its
facts.
whole
We're gonna
it
come
needs
up with
its
facts.
whole own thing. So before we get into season 2, we're gonna do
Let
part
us know
2.
what you think so far.
Yeah,
Yeah, let us know
for
what you
sure.
think.
Subscribe,
For
Let
sure.
us know what you guys think. We do
Like,
another one of
click,
these.
share,
Do
subscribe.
the whole show.
Be on the lookout
Talk
for our
about
hype
the
video too.
implications and
Okay.
listen.
You
are my Listen.
Hey, Chris.
Wait, hold on. So once again, hold on, Christian. Once again, this has been Fun Nation with Melvin Foreman, aka that nerdy black guy. Stay tuned with us. And like I always say, if you ain't
You got
rocking
it,
with
Sean.
Fun Nation, then where you at?
If you're not rocking with the nation, you're not part of the nation,
Next season
which means
coming.
you're lonely.
Season 2.